this is not a new thing, this concept of capability gap, but I think as we've talked about, the magnitude, speed, and just overall challenge that we face is something that we've never faced before. But being both a participant in the industry and now probably observer support in my new role, is that I see sort of a common way in which we respond to these things when this has occurred before. There's about 4 ways. One is we try and escalate the number of apprentices. We try and increase immigration. We look to maneuver the amount of resource there is in the contracting market. And lastly at all, we probably individually try and solve the problem that. Now, each one of those are good in their own right, and they're levers of which need to be pulled. But there's some real challenges with each and every one of them. Apprentices, the speed of which you can get an apprentice from where they start from to where they need to be is probably about 5 to 10 years, and probably, in my opinion, too slow for what we need to be able to grow this capability. Also too, the ability to attract apprentices is not getting any easier because other industries are looking at the same challenge that we are, trying to attract people. So we're going into a tough space in that case. Immigration has been a traditional way, attracting people from overseas to come to New Zealand, work in our industry. Look, there's a couple of things that are challenging with that. One is New Zealand is not alone in the challenges it faces with regard to the energy sector. There's going to be all around the world, people are going to be looking for skills. And we're not exactly a high wage economy. So how are we going to compete on the international stage to attract people from other jurisdictions, other countries to come and work here in New Zealand? So immigration is not going to get any easier. Thirdly, maneuvering the contracting market, which is a method of which we've used before, i.e. what that means is I'll attract people to work on my area of the industry rather than others. Problem with that is an overheated demand will create escalation in prices, and if we just fight each other for resources, then and ultimately in the end the price goes up. So the last one, which is the one around how do we increase the capability of our existing workforce. And look, I think there's real gold to be had in here, and to try and extract the latent capacity that sits inside of our industry as a whole. The problem we face at the moment is 27 EDBs are all approaching that in their own individual way. And what that means is that everyone's going to design it probably differently, uniquely, and it makes it very difficult to move resources from one area to another.